Hi guys, it's Cam here from Akaonlinegamers, and this is a walkthrough for Memory 4, Sequence 1 of Assassin's Creed Revelations. Now, the mission will directly start after Memory 3, where you've just jumped onto the back of the bald Templar bloke's cart. What you're going to want to do is you are in control of Ezio at this time, and you're going to want to do a lot better job than I do of avoiding rocks. It seems to be very, very difficult to die at this point, mind, because this is the first time I played through the mission. I wasn't sure if you had control or what, but then I realised you did, and there's different places where you're going to end up hitting rocks and you're going to want to manoeuvre yourself to avoid them. Like here where I hit a rock there, you want to try and not hit them to keep your health up. What you're also going to want to do is pressing the left analog stick forward and moving up the rope. Seriously try and avoid the rocks compared to what I do. It does seem very difficult to die. There's a couple of stages where I get very close to death, but I actually do not die, so you're just going to want to crawl up the rope. Don't stop just when you get past that point. You just need to keep crawling until it goes into a cutscene, right? Because that's where I made a mistake. I did stop there then and then realised I had to keep going. And just keep going. You see here I'm in very close to death, but I survived because it comes into this cutscene. So you're going to want to watch the cutscene here. You just keep crawling up the rope. Go over the bridge. Keep going as far up the rope as you can. And trying to avoid the rocks. It doesn't seem very much so compulsory though. If you get close to death. I didn't die, and I wasn't very good at it, so I wouldn't expect you would die. So just don't worry about it. If you do, just play again. It's not a difficult part of the mission at all. You'll get used to it eventually. Although the next part is it's a bit tricky for a starting mission, I would say. What you're going to want to do is just keep going up here. I do believe it will eventually go to a cutscene when you crawl far enough up the rope. You just need to keep crawling up. Don't do what I do. It take ages to crawl up. You just want to keep going up. As you can see, it's hard to die because I was basically at the point before you get desynchronized. If you take another hit, I took another hit and didn't desynchronize, so it's quite hard to die. Right, so you see on the back of the cart here, and there's another cart behind you. Just watch this cutscene, see what happens. You'll realise that you take over a cart. So just watch this. Baldy goes and takes his own bloke's cart, and you come and take Baldy's cart. So there you go, nice. Right. You don't do anything here, he assassinates him himself. But now you take over the cart, and it's just like riding a horse basically. Analog stick to steer. You don't need to hold an R1 or anything to go quicker. It's still in a cutscene at this point, sorry. Right, the first cart is the enemy cart, and you're going to want to get as wide a run up as you can and then hit the enemy cart before they hit you, trying to push them into rocks. At this point I did not know you got damaged by rocks. As you can see, the rocks I'm riding over here on the left hand side. Not there, but I will do in a minute. So I send the Templar carriage onto that rocks, which seriously damages them. That's a place you really want to try and get them onto. And there's another one further on. So you're just going to want to keep attacking the cart until here. This is where I kill him. You get down the middle, the Templar cart dies. Right, now you can see by I had to edit that there because I did die at this point because it is quite hard. I was very low on health, and what I didn't realise here is that again the rocks, I just keep riding over them for no reason, which is a bit stupid. But what you're going to want to do is the Templar captain's carriage can't be destroyed. It's I think it's timed. A certain length you've got to survive, so the best way to defend yourself though is to attack him, but mainly don't focus on trying to hit him into rocks. Focus on keeping yourself out of rocks. That'll be a much better tactic. As you see, I go over these rocks. No, I don't actually avoid them ones, that makes a change. But there's a lot of rocks basically that I'd ride over like there. Very nearly damage my cart, but you cannot destroy the Templar captain's cart, so just don't try. Just basically try to avoid the rocks and try not to fully damage your cart, which I very nearly do here. I'm on half a bar of health. Get hit again. I would have gone into the rocks again, I think, until it comes to a cutscene just about here. So looking at here, you go into a cutscene and you again don't have control. He just follows you all the way up here. You're battling with him, and I think that's all the control that you have for this mission. Pretty much over now, but I'll keep this cutscene and talk you through it. So I think it's a grenade or some sort of thing like that that gets thrown. Yeah, it's a sort of medieval grenade, and you get blown up basically, and you fly off that cliff. And I was like, you can't kill him off that early. That doesn't happen in Assassin's Creed. It's Ezio, he's invincible. But it turns out you're not dead, even though you're 58 and you just fell off a massive cliff. Turns out you can survive that sort of stuff at that age. So yeah, you're okay, and then this will lead on to Memory 5. Okay guys, that's the end. That was AK Online Gamers, and this is Cam out.